I'm going to mute all of you before I commence the lecture. Yes, I am. Okay, guys, please confirm if you can hear and see. Just write yes, please. Another thing, while during the course of the lecture, if I ask you, do you guys understand? Confirm me by saying yes, so I know exactly we are on the same page. Okay, understand? Great. This lecture, the reason I'm giving this lecture is because despite of our training, which is there on the FIP website and also the webinars that I've been providing you guys, I personally believe that there is something significantly missing in your trading whilst you are learning. It is the mindset, with the correct mindset that you guys need before even you commence your training. And that's what I observed in the students that I'm teaching roughly, and also I've seen a lot of people whilst on the websites having issues with their entries and exits. So, and it is, the problem is not with their technical analysis or their knowledge of technical analysis or fundamental analysis. I think the problem lies with your mindset. That is where the problem is, and I'm going to address that problem today. And trust me, if you understand what I'm saying today and you rigorously follow what I'm saying today, I see no reason why you shouldn't be a successful trader. Now, okay, guys, who's this? Can you guys switch off your, mute yourself, guys, please. Okay, now, I've seen many traders, many are friends who are equipped with extraordinary knowledge of technical analysis, fundamental analysis. They can open trade successfully. They can send you the setups. They can utilize Fibonacci's harmonic patterns beautifully and call certain trades. But if you ask them the question, are they successful consistently for 6 months? They'll say to you, no, we're not successful. We have, they always say that at certain stage they had consecutive losses and they just burned their accounts. So the problem is, again, the problem is not just with your understanding of the technical analysis. That's wrong. The problem is the mental approach, the mindset that you need to have whilst approaching the forex market. That is where the problem lies, and that is what I'm going to address. Again, try to understand what I'm saying to you guys today. Again, the if you're not making consistent profit over the course of the months, you are opening successfully, you're opening trade successfully, you're allocating, you're locating, you're identifying trading setups beautifully. But then again, if you're not consistently profitable trader, let me tell you something, the problem lies with your mental approach towards the markets, towards the stock markets. It is not there's no issue with your no issues with your technical analysis, your understanding to the fundamental analysis, guys. And then what happens? Then this what happens, guys, when we are not getting consistent results, then we lose faith in ourselves and the training that we are having. For instance, if you're learning from FIP and then you're still not making money for like consecutively 6 months, whilst you've gone through 16 times all their videos and recordings, right? Then you will blame them, their education, and say there's something missing in their education, and then and I need to find another mentor. That's wrong, guys. The problem is not with their teachings. The problem lies with your mental approach towards the market. And trust me, and that is not something someone else can give it to you or put in your mind so that you can correctly uh, approach the markets. It is you who has to do this. Nobody will go into your heads and set the direction straight towards the market the way it should be. No, absolutely not. So the problem lies with us, not with our technical analysis, not with our fundamental knowledge, guys. The problem lies with our mindset. Again, we go back to videos again, lectures again, watch them 16 times, 20 times, and we think, okay, we're not making consistent money. The problem is, okay, with the technical understanding, absolutely not. You might be 100% equipped with the technical knowledge and understanding, but the problem lies with your mental approach towards the market, and that is where the problem lies. And you guys do not identify that problem and rectify that problem. Instead, you keep on focusing on drilling the technical side of the learning and education, which is not more than 20% of the trading. Now, technical analysis and fundamental analysis education is not more than 20%. Learning how to spot entries and exits out of the market, where to enter, why to enter, how to enter is, believe me, just 20%. It is very precise knowledge and exercise that you keep on doing it every day, inside out, every day. It is not a vast majority of knowledge that you need to develop yourself. Trust me. How many candlesticks patterns there? A couple of them, right? How many chart patterns there? Few of them. Fibonacci. How do you use Fibonacci's? If I give you a lecture, you'll exactly know how to utilize Fibonacci. So it's not a wide educational scope that you need to keep on drilling it there. How to use, for instance, support and resistance, for instance. Precisely, if you see a video, you know exactly how to use it. So the knowledge and education on technical aspects or the fundamental aspect is not wide. It is very precise. Once you have it, all you need to do is to keep on repeating on the charts every day, and that is it. So that is it. The problem lies when you are having consistent losses or not making consecutive consistent profits. The problem lies with your mental approach towards the market, because you are approaching the market not as a business. You're not approaching the forex as a business. Instead, you're approaching the forex market as gambling, as an opportunity to earn money, like people go and make money in the casinos and clubs. Make sense, guys, what I'm saying? Say if you understand what I'm trying to say. Say yes to me, please. You need to understand why I'm giving this lecture. The reason I'm giving you this lecture is, trust me, most of you having, if not consistent, I'm not sure if you guys consistent or not, but I'm assuming if not consistent, trust me, the problem doesn't lies with your technical analysis, guys. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I'll tell you something. Tell me something. When you go on the old previous charts on the computer and you do your technical analysis, you always right. 80% you'll say, okay, I can see a trade. I will close my trade there. You'll always say, we are right. I'm right. But what happens when you're trading the live market? What goes wrong? You have the same knowledge when you are analyzing the previous charts, right? And you'll say, okay, I'm opening the trade here. I'll close the trade there. I will close the trade there because of this. I'll open my trade here because of this, right? But what is the thing that changes or hindering you when you're trading the live markets would make you non-successful? What is that? It is the mindset, right, guys? The only thing is the mindset. The knowledge remains the same. Whilst you analyzing the previous charts, analyzing the new charts, right? The live market, the knowledge remains the same. It is the mindset, the mental approach, which stops you from implementing those knowledge and understanding of technicals and fundamentals correctly the way it should be, and hence you are not consistently profitable. Make sense what I said so far? Say yes to me, please. This is the most important lecture that I'm giving you. Trust me, guys. And I decided to give this lecture because I've seen students having problems, even the ones who are learning having problems. Say yes if you understand, please, again. Be absolutely clear. You need to be very clear in your head the objective of this lecture. If the objective isn't clear, trust me, it's a waste of time. Your time wasting while staying here, and my time being wasted by speaking to you guys. Understand, guys? Great. Give me a minute. No, I'm gonna give you the reason why I have decided to give this lecture. There was I there was the price was within a bearish layout, guys. The price was within the bearish layout in one of the pairs 2 days ago. The price was going up and down, guys, and everyone was selling it. A lot of people were selling it because the trend was to the downside, right, guys? It was one of the pairs. You guys can see what pair it is. I'll leave it for you guys to decide. And then what happens? The price breaches the resistance, guys. It had retested the resistance. And resistance turns into a support, right, guys? And it consolidated here for a certain amount of time. I had seen a lot of people start buying here straight away. Buying here straight away, guys, and taking risk which they shouldn't even take at all. But they were just chasing the markets. They were just wanted to chase the market. Instead, they should have waited here, relaxedly waited here, let the market develop something new, a setup, for instance, and then entered the market. But the problem was they were just so eager and hungry to just enter into the market, guys. Then it makes me realize the problem lies, and then when they had losses, then I realized the problem lies with their mental approach towards the market. Why they should have waited here. Instead, they were so hungry to enter into the trade, into the new setup. And then when they had losses, guys, it wasn't the mistake of their understanding of the technical analysis or fundamental analysis. It is their approach towards the market, which was all mental. And hence, I've decided to give this lecture, just talk about this a little bit. So far, so good, guys. Say yes to me, please. Now, guys, remember something. The most important thing you need to remember, mentally approaching the market, and this is how you need to approach the market. You cannot beat the market ever. You cannot beat the market, never. Market is pretty much like a gambling place. You can keep on playing and win it, win it, win it, win it, win it. But if you keep on playing it, right, at some stage, the market will take what you have earned from her. At some stage, she'll take it back. At some stage, she will. How? She might do a stop hunt, a manipulation, guys. Even your stop losses would not be able to stop you the day the market decided to take your money away from you. Guys, you understand? At the end of the day, you cannot beat the market. Market will be the king. Remember this. If you think that you're the best trader in the world, you're the king of the technical analysis, fundamental analysis, right? You're doing everything right. Still, manipulation will take place and they just take your money away from you, guys. Remember, this is how you need to approach the market. That I cannot keep on playing the market. Instead, I need to be very target oriented, disciplined. Because remember, you cannot just keep on chasing the market. That's not just possible, guys. Remember, to approach the market in a way that you should be very target oriented, having certain targets that you need to achieve out of the market. Just stay on side. Wait for the opportunities, guys. If you believe that you can just enter at any stage, keep on nailing the market because you're just the king of technical analysis, one of the world's best scalper, that's bullshit. Why it's a bullshit? Because even market is playing by the rules of technical analysis. At some certain stage, market will manipulate, right? And then when it manipulates, right, there are no rules, guys. And manipulation takes place 21% in the market, and 79% market moves technically. You guys understand what I'm saying so far? Say yes. Now, so remember, this is the first thing. Now, the second question which arises, then if we have to be target oriented, what should be our targets? If we have to be target oriented, what should be our targets? Obviously, that's a question which concerns our mind. Now, I'm going to tell you about this. The target that I'm suggesting you guys, and trust me, these are the targets which normally we have in hedge funds. I'm not talking about the banks and banks, guys. Hedge funds, high street hedge funds normally have targets 500 by pips. I'm calculating here 500 pips a month. That is the target, for instance. That is all they wanted, 500 pips a month. Because you just cannot keep on nailing the market. Because if you keep on playing the market, at some stage, market will take the money back from you. Instead, you have to be target oriented. And I'm going to discuss the realistic target that I'm suggesting you guys based on my intensive experience, and also which is the approach in most of the institutions. and which is the approach your mentors been advocating. For instance, Quinn been suggesting the same approach, guys. I'm just going to speak about this a little more, and the fear with this approach, and hence why we don't follow this. Guys, what I'm suggesting you guys is this: be very target oriented, guys. Daily, if not daily, weekly, yes, and monthly, guys. By pips, I'm suggesting 20 pips a day, guys. How many pips a week? And 100 pips a week and 400 pips a month. Understand, guys? Say yes if you understand. Okay, I'm going to tell you exactly by using this 20 pips a day, 100 pips a week, 400 pips a month, how you can become a millionaire. You can utilize just this target oriented policy to become just millionaire. You can increase your portfolio smoothly, guys, smoothly. I'm going to explain it to you in this webinar, guys, and trust me, and that's all you need to focus whilst approaching the market. I'm not suggesting that you just make 20 pips a day, 100 pips a week, 400s a month. But remember, when you are sitting in front of your screens, the week begins, this should be your first target, 100 pips a week. That's all you needed. Make it first, make 100 pips first. Once you made that 100 pips, guys, then relax. Let the market come to you, right? Opportunities been presented to you. You can always go for the next 200 pips again. But then once you make your first aim has to make those 100 pips a week. Once you make those 100 pips, the next aim is secure those 100 pips until the end of the month, end of the week, guys. Secure those 100 pips. What happens? We begin our week sometimes with 300 pips a day, and then eventually by the end of the week, we are minus 24 pips, 34 pips. Objective is not just to make the pips. The second objective is you need to secure those pips, guys. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm suggesting you guys aim for 100 pips a week, which is almost 20 pips a day. You guys understand? Say yes to me, please. Okay, let me mute someone. Someone's whispering actually. Very kind of you for whispering and not disturbing us. Absolutely. Thank you. Okay, guys. So you understand, 20 pips a day, 100 pips a week, 400 a month. Understand? Say yes, please. So move forward. Now, I am not suggesting you guys to focus whilst keeping 20 pips a day in mind. The reason is you will have certain days when market doesn't even moves. Market is very slow, though 20 pips a day is a very realistic target. No matter how slow the market is, no matter how weak the market is, no matter how low the volatility in the market is, you'd still be able to make 20 pips. Yes, you can every day. But I'm not suggesting you to make 20 pips a day, whilst just keep weekly targets in mind, 100 pips a week. That's all you need to do. So you commence your day with the target in mind, 100 pips a week, and that's all you need. 100, why 100 pips a week, guys? Let's say if I'm a trader who's making 500 pips a week. It's exceptionally great. 500 pips a week I'm making every week. Great, guys. But what will happen? The problem is this: the week I'm not making those 500 pips for whatsoever reason. For instance, market is slow, volatility is there, not there. Market is not just moving; it is not going in my direction. The week I will not make those 500 pips, which I've been making consistently before. Trust me, psychologically, it will disturb your mindset for the following week. Makes sense what I said? It will psychologically disturb your mindset for the following week, the week you have failed to achieve the target which you've been achieving from last 3 to 4 weeks. Make sense, guys, what I'm saying? Say yes to me. So your target has to be something which you can make it no matter how worse the situation is in the market, how bad the situation is in the market, how slow the market is, how bad the worse the market is, you still be able to make that certain amount of pips out of the market consistently, guys. This is the bottom line. Bottom line, guys, 100 pips a week. Understand, 100 pips bottom line. Now you commence your week by keeping 100 pips in your mind. That's all you need. That's all you need. I'm not suggesting you just make 100 pips. You make your first 100 pips. Then you need to secure them. If you can secure them, you can always aim for more pips, guys. But the good thing is, because 100 pips is our weekly target, we will be in a very relaxed situation. We are not running after the market. Instead, we will be waiting for the market to come to us, present us the opportunities, because we know in our mind 100 pips is nothing. Even the market is slow, even I couldn't find a trade on Monday, Tuesday, I can still make those 100 pips in a trade, in just one trade, in a day, right? In just one setup, right? So I will be mentally very relaxed whilst I'm approaching the market. I will not be chasing the market. Makes sense, guys? Say yes if it makes sense. So remember, we are trying to control our mind here. We are trying to control our mind whilst trading. Because the problem is, let's say if I've got a target of 500 pips a week that I have to make, the moment the day begins, I will be chasing the market, because I will have back in my mind, I need to make those bloody 500 pips. I will be trying to keep on entering into the market again without waiting for the market to present me the right opportunities, right, guys? Because even I've made 200 pips, the 300 pips balance will right be on my mind, right, guys? I will be stressed. I will not be enjoying it. I will always be looking for the trades. And what will happen? You will be played out by the market. Market will give you 200 pips beautifully. Okay, take them 200 pips, 300 pips, but then suddenly she'll slap you right on your face. Boom, gone 200 pips. She'll take you away from you. Make sense, guys? She will take the revenge from you. Eventually, she will. So remember to keep our mind intact, in control, guys. Not to chase the market. Psychologically, human psyche, right? Psychologically, you need to have the targets which are very, very, very realistic and easy for us. That when we open our books, we say, okay, I'm relaxed, chilling. I can watch the TV, I can watch the videos, I can watch the film, and at the same time, I'm just monitoring the markets, and I've marked my certain important levels. Market comes to those levels, I'll open the trade. Now you have two sort of levels: high probability levels, right? High probability levels in the market, and then you'll have low probability levels, right? You have trendy trades, trade with the trend, and then you have certain trades, counter trend trades. Now when you have the target of just 100 pips in mind, you will be like, why would I take a counter trend trade? Instead, I'll just take a trade with the trend. Why would I take a unnecessarily risk? Makes sense, guys? But when you have to chase up 500 pips, for instance, then trust me, you will be like, okay, I need to take another counter trend trade now, because my aim is 500 pips. Oh, the Tuesday's gone, Wednesday's almost there, Friday market doesn't even move, I need to re-enter again. So you will be re-entering into the market, resulting in over trading, guys, and eventually in losses. Make sense what I said? So whilst you have just 100 pips in your mind, you don't even need to enter a counter trend trade, guys. Not even take a single risk. You will wait for the market, come back, take the journey again, test the resistance in a short down falling market, enter again with the trend, because you're not in a rush. Make sense, guys? Your target is very small. All you need is 2 to 3 trades, 35 pips target, and that is it. You made your week. Make sense, guys? I'm addressing the significance and importance of 100 pips a week, 400 pips a month. Why do we need that? Make sense? Say yes if you understand. Now, guys, remember, market, if you chase the market, whenever you keep on chasing the market, guys, trust me, market will run away from you, guys. Market will never stay with you. She will be going away from you. That's how the market is. There is a saying, women are like a cat. If you run towards the women, she runs away from you. And if you run away from them, guys, they will run towards you. So market is pretty much like a woman here. The more you run towards the market, chase the market, and trust me, she will not only run away from you, the thugs will take everything from you, guys, during the course of that chase. Instead, wait for the market. Trust me, she'll knock on your door. She'll say, buy me, sell me, take it from me. Just wait for the market to knock on your door. Understand what I'm saying, guys? Be serious, guys. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do not chase the bloody market. Nobody can chase the market. And trust me, if you chase the market, you get out of your house on the streets, you are in the danger zone. Trust me. You will have people who will just take everything from you eventually, which we call manipulation, stop hunts. Understand? Instead, stay in your house, let the market present an opportunity on your doorstep, and then you'll take that opportunity. Make sense, guys? Say yes if you understand. So whilst having that small, very realistic, easy target right on our in front of our computer books, right next to our books, uh, we know I just had to make 100 pips. Relax, no stress, no pressure. You're not chasing the market. You know exactly. You didn't get a trade on Monday, it's fine. Tuesday, it's fine. Wednesday, it's fine. Thursday, you just need a single trade. For instance, you didn't even find a trade the whole week. It doesn't matter. Entering into the next week, your target will be 200 pips now, right? You know, you just need 4 trades, 30, 35 pips, and you just can nail that target, because the target is so realistically low that it is no issue at all, even if you didn't trade for like 15 days in a month. Makes sense, guys? So that is why 100 pips a week, 400 a month is realistic, are realistic targets, and they're very important to keep your mind intact, guys, to keep your mind in control, to stop you from over trading, to stop you from entering into into the counter trends, risky trading. Enter into the non-high probability setups, guys. Understand? Say yes if you understand so far, guys, so I can move forward. 100%, guys. Great. Now let's go back to the so 100 pips, 20 pips a day, 100 pips a week, 400 a month has to be your targets, guys. And importance of target against trading without targets, I've just given it to you guys. Remember, there's something. Remember, I'm going to emphasize it again. You cannot just nail the market. It is impossible. If you keep on trading, trust me, market will take the money from you at certain stage. I'll give you my example. I was trading, I was trading once, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I made a lot of money, right? And I said to myself, I'm not going to trade on Friday. Friday is normally manipulation at times. And I just entered a trade on Friday, and she just took everything from me, guys. I had a stop loss which didn't even trigger. And when I lost the money, right, and I was lying on the bed, and I was thinking to myself, why the hell I was trading on Friday? Greed, over trading. The only thing which has resulted in me losing that money was not my failure of understanding of technical analysis. No. My failure of understanding of fundamental analysis. No. That was my failure to approach the market professionally with the right state of mind. Makes sense? Let me do this. Okay, guys, you understand what I said? My failure on Friday of losing the money wasn't my failure of understanding of technical analysis, fundamental analysis. Absolutely not. The reason of my losses were my mindset, my approach towards the market. Understand, guys? So I shouldn't be blaming my mentors for teaching me the technical analysis. Obviously, I shouldn't be blaming my mentors for teaching me the fundamental analysis, right? Instead, I'll be blaming myself for not approaching the market with the correct mindset, guys. Understand? Clearly understand, say yes. So always have, this is my suggestion to you guys, always have 20 pips a day, 100 pips a week, 400 a month. That's how you should approach the market, guys. Let me see who is this. We have a space of 50 people maximum for some reason. 50, if somebody tries to come in after 50, the system doesn't allow them for some reason. I'm not sure what is the problem with that. Anyways, moving forward. Now the question arises, another question arises. I am suggesting you, advising you 20 pips a day, 100 pips a week, 400 a month, right, guys? That is the problem. But then you'll say to yourself, How can I increase my portfolio whilst trading just 20 pips a day, 100 pips a week, 400 a month? That's the question that arises. And on the other hand, you have a trader who makes 500 pips a month, a week, 2,000 pips a month, right? There's another trader who's making that sort of pips. When you look at them, then you feel like under pressure, like maybe they're making more money than you. Guys, it's not about the pips that matters. It is the money that matters, right? At the end of the day, you don't need the pips out of the market. You need the money out of the market, right? But the question arises, he's just suggesting me 100 pips a week, but then 100 pips a week is so low, then how can I even increase my portfolio? It is just not possible for me to increase my portfolio, guys. Now, I'm gonna teach you guys how to increase your portfolio so quickly while just trading 100 pips a week. But guys, understand something. If I'm trading 500 pips a week, aiming for 500 pips a week, more pips, 1,000 pips a week, guys, my trading will not be a quality trading, guys. It will never be quality trading. I will be entering in places, in situations which are counter trends, for instance. I will be entering in places which are not high probability setups, right? Taking my chances because I want those bloody 500 pips a week, right, guys? But let's say if you're trading 100 pips, all you need to do is this, to enter quality trades, high probability trades, and that is what you need to do. So make your aim and target and objective has to be, you need to secure 100 pips out of the market, quality 100 pips, guys. What does I mean by quality 100 pips? For instance, let me give you an example. Example is here. A person who's making 500 pips, aiming for 500 pips, guys, he will be entering in places like this. Let me show you guys. This is euro US dollar, guys. Let's mark the significant levels first, and I'll give you the example exactly just to understand a little on this. Right, guys. Now, my objective is only 100 pips a week. Right, guys? All I need is this. I will be entering on the high probability setups, guys. Break of the trend line near the resistance, major resistance level, guys. Risk reward is pretty good. I will take a trade. But remember, if you are looking to make 500 pips a week or more than 100 pips a week, remember what is in back of your mind. Your back of your mind, something is going on that you need to keep on entering into the market to secure that huge number of pips every week, right? You might be entering around these areas. Now you can take a trade here, yes, but this is not a good trade, guys. The trend is to the downside. It might be risky. Then you will be entering again here, again here. You might be entering here again. The price is here. Now you will be looking to re-enter again because remember, you're chasing the pips here. But if I am trading for just 100 pips a week, all I need is high probability setups. I will enter here, let the market go to the downside, make my pips, 100 pips, and then when the market is on in this situation, I wouldn't even take a trade because remember, first I already make my 100 pips a week. Then again, if the trade doesn't give me 100 pips, I made like 40, 50 pips, right? For instance, I know I can wait because I just need another 40 to 50, 60 pips to make up my 100 pips, right? So the bottom line is this, what I'm trying to say, you will not be entering into the setups which are not high probability, which are weak setups. You will not be taking risky trades, counter trend trades, guys. All you need to do is just take trades which are high probability setup, triggering from the main support and resistance levels, guys, and also with the trend. Makes sense? So 100 pips objective helps you to control your mind for not over trading, for not taking trades on the places which are not high probability, right? So it stops you from taking risk also. Makes sense, guys? Say yes if it makes sense. And not to chase the market. Now the question arises, how do I increase my portfolio, guys? Absolutely good question. With 20 pips a day, 100 pips a week. Now, this is what you need to do, guys. You need to master yourself, that you can make 100 pips, quality 100 pips out of the market every week. You need to just practice that you can make quality 100 pips out of the market, and that's all you need. Quality 100 pips. By quality, 100 pips means low drawdowns, 2 to 3 beautiful trades, and you can just make 100 pips out of the market every week. Just give yourself that confidence. Practice that every week, guys. Every week, practice that. Remember, when you have earned that confidence and you have done it 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks, just making 100 pips, 100 pips, 100 pips every week, 100 pips every week, then guys, let me tell you something. When you have that, earn that confidence that yes, I can make 100 pips no matter I even have a bad start, because even I have a losing trade for the first losing trade, 25 pips gone, I am so relaxed and I have that, earned that confidence that yes, I can still make that 100 pips. I, because it is such a low volume, low target level that I can even achieve it at, no matter even I had a bad start, no matter market is slow, no matter there is low volatility, still I can secure that 100 pips, right guys? Once you earn that confidence, trust me, you can trade with those 100 pips with any volume, guys. You can you can trade with 3 lots, exactly those 100 pips. Remember, it is the quality of those 100 pips matter, guys. Your confidence matters that yes, you can make those 100 pips no matter how worse the situation of the market is, no matter how slow the market is, no matter how bad the economic situation in the market is. I can still make those 100 pips. Once you earn that confidence, trust me, you can trade with any volume, guys. You understand what I'm saying? Say yes. I am taking you how to increase your portfolio in a second, but I'm trying to explain it to you. Your objective is quality 100 pips. Forget those people who are making 1,000 pips. You should be laughing at them, because you know what you'll be saying to them. Look, although you're making 1,000 pips out of the market every week, but remember, they are not quality 1,000 pips. You are taking unnecessary risk in the market. You're taking counter trend trades in the market, right? But look at me. I take 100 pips out of the market, but quality 100 pips out of the market every day. I take less risk. I enter high probability setups. I enter from the key levels. I do not enter where there is risk in the market. You understand? So this should be your argument to those people who are making more pips, presenting themselves. You're making 3,000 pips a day, 4,000 pips a day, 3,000 pips a day. It is no fun. It is no victory by saying today I made 1,000 pips and I'm a great trader. Bullshit. The good trader is he who made consistently certain amount of pips, quality pips. If you see results of any trader and he has like 84 trades, guys, small trades, entering in and out, in and out, in and out of the market, right? He made 1,000 pips. Trust me, this statement is, it's not a good statement. The good statement is you enter 4 trades in that week. Good risk reward, guys. Beautiful risk reward. And you made those 100 pips. Just 100 pips. That's what you need. Making those 500 pips is no fun, is not a victory. It's not something that you should be proud of yourself, guys, because you should be proud of yourself when you do quality trading, guys. Quality trading makes sense what I'm saying. So quality, your objective has to be, I have to master myself that I can make 100 quality pips out of the market with the low drawdown, entering those trades from a high probability setups, guys. Understand? Say yes to me. Say yes to me, guys, and give me a sec. Say yes if you completely understand so far what I'm saying. I'm coming to the point which is clicking in everybody's mind. How can I then build up my portfolio with just 100 pips a week? That is the only question. Because if I'm saying this to you, advocating you 100, like make 100 pips, and I'm stopping you guys from not making 500 pips, following the guy who's making 1,000 pips a week, then obviously you will say to me, but he is increasing his portfolio so quickly, and I'm not increasing my portfolio. Then what are you advocating? Doesn't make sense to me, right? But that is the question. It comes to the mind, human mind, right? Obviously, it comes to the mind. Now, your objective has to be this, guys. This is, I'm presenting to you objective. Quality, master yourself that you can make 100 pips every week. Quality 100 pips, 3 to 5 trades. That's it. 3 to 5 trades. What I'm suggesting, good risk and reward, guys. Good risk and reward. Entering the trades from the key levels, major levels, guys. Non-counter trend trades. Trade with the trend, because you don't need to take risk, because you just need 100 pips that week, and gain that confidence that no matter what, I can make 100 pips out of the market. And trust me, I know personally many of you can make 100 pips out of the market. Let me give you an example. One of my students had made 100 pips a day, in a day, this week, earlier this week, And the other day he lost that 100 pips straight away. And you know what he was saying to me? I think Forex market is not for me. And you know what I said to him? You know, your problem is not your understanding of the technicals. I am speaking about making 100 pips a week. You have made those bloody 100 pips in a day. Come on. He made 100 pips in a day. His knowledge of technical analysis was so good that he can secure that 100 pips in a day. And I'm asking him to make 100 pips in a week. I said, you know what the problem is? The problem is with your mental approach, mindset towards the market whilst you're trading. Makes sense, guys, what I'm saying? Say yes to me. And he was thinking to leave the trading Forex market. Come on. Because he made those 100 pips. There was another trader, he made like 300 pips a day, but then he lost everything. He loses consistently. And he said to me, I need another trainer. I need another mentor to train me. Come on. You already equipped with the knowledge of technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and hence you are making those 300 pips a day or 100 pips a day, guys. The problem lies with your mindset and mental approach. And let me tell you what it is. Where the problem is, it's a greed. It's a greed, right? Forex is a business. It is not a gambling that you keep on playing it. Absolutely not. Target oriented, 20 pips a day, 100 pips a week. Now, guys, I'm going to show it to you. To master yourself, get the confidence, earn that confidence. And that is why I say, please practice on the demo account, consuming 100 pips out of the market every week. Do it once 1 week. Then repeat that again the next week, then again the following week. Practice for 4 to 8 weeks and produce the consistent results that yes, you secure 100 pips every week, guys. Once you secure 100 pips, then wait for the market. If you see really high probability setups, let's take a trade. Otherwise, just enjoy the market, guys. See your charts without entering the trades, guys. Watch the video films. Go with your family for a nice dinner. Enjoy the market, be happy, guys, and that's how you enjoy it. Instead, you keep on trying to make pips and pips out of the market, sacrificing your life with your families, with your friends, guys. And at the end of the day, what do you get? Market will take those pips from you by manipulating itself. Make sense? So your objective and task is this, guys. Master yourself whilst making just 100 pips out of the market. And trust me, it is the most easiest thing to do. All of you can do with your knowledge you have. All of you who are not profitable yet, trust me, can make 100 pips out of the market, guys. But the problem is when you start making more than 100 pips and thinking of pips all the time, and that is where you start losing the money. Makes sense, guys? Say yes to me if I understand. So the question arises, how would I increase my portfolio? A person who's making 500 pips a week, 2000 pips a month, he's increasing his portfolio consistently. And what about me? I'm suggesting you just 100 pips a week. Now, guys, I'm going to show you something. The figures. Let's talk about the numbers now. Your capital is, I'm just giving you example, hypothetical. You can set any examples by your standards, by your capital, right? Your capital is £1,000. Right, guys? Your capital is what? Let's say £500. Let's make it £500, for instance. I said your objective is 100 pips a week. 100 pips a week, guys, give you how many? And you're trading with £1 a pip, 400 pips a month. So how much money would you make, guys? Tell me, how much money would that be that month? Right, guys? So if you're trading with £1 a pip on the account of £500, and you're making 400 pips out of that month, 100 pips a week, then you're making £400, right, guys? Yes, guys, because you've earned that confidence in your trading that you can secure 400 every month, religiously every month. You can take out that, right? What you can do is increase your volume. You are not increasing the amount of trading you're doing. You're not over trading. You're not even increasing a single pip, right? You're just trading the same 400 pips a month, 100 pips a week. But what you are increasing, guys? Volume, guys. Next month, £2 a pip, 400 pips, guys. How much? Tell me, what would be the number? Tell me the number, guys. How many? How much money would I made? 800 exactly. Look, you are increasing your you're increasing your profitability now, trading the same amount of pips, right? You're not increasing the pips. You should never be increasing the pips. Always increase the volume. And how can you increase the volume? When you have that faith and confidence in yourself that yes, no matter what happens, I can secure that number of pips from the market every week. And I'm proposing, suggesting you, recommending you 100 pips out of the market. Understand, guys? Let's what? Next week, increase the volume again. 400 pips a month equals 1200, right, guys? Say yes if you understand. Then what? How much, guys? 1600, right, guys? And then the next month, for instance, I'm giving you example here. Next month, how much, guys? Okay, last month, guys. I'm taking out the example for 6 months, guys. Here, let's see. What about the last month now? Let's take an example. Increase another pips pound now, guys. Exactly, 2,400. So guys, there is a consistency in this. Remember, you're not over trading. You are trading the same amount of pips every month, guys, and see what's happening. But your profit taking has increased. You began with 400 pounds the first month, but what happens on the 6 months? You are earning 2,400 pounds. Make sense, guys? I'm not increasing the volume of my trade. I'm not increasing the number of pips that I'm trading, right, guys? I'm not chasing the market. I have not increased the time that I'm giving to the market. I'm not overtraded. Understand, guys, I am just trading my 400 pips a month, 100 pips a week. But what happened in the 6 month, guys? What's happened in the 6 months? You're earning 2,400 pounds a month. Makes sense? If you keep this calculation, carry on, right? And keep on increasing subject to your capital, right, guys? What will be happening, guys? You'll be making a lot of money. Let's now take a total of this 6 months earnings. Let's take a total of this. Anybody's tell me the total of the profit taking here. Come on, shoot me the number. Add on the profits. How much it is, guys? How much profit that I've made in these 6 months, guys? Excluding capital, yes. Excluding capital, 8,400, right? That is the profit, right, guys? Great. Now, I ask you an honest question. I'm not sure. I'm sure a lot of you will be trading successfully, huge volumes. But how many of you have deposited 500 pounds and have traded consistently 6 months and have made 8,400 pounds consistently? How many of you have done it? Name yourself, guys, and tell me. We think about huge numbers, big numbers, but I'm just talking about 8,400 pounds after 6 months with an investment of 500 pounds, guys. I'm sure most of you will be in negative, right? Most of you will be negative. You're not even making that money. The problem is because your mindset is stopping you to make that money, to approach the market in the right way. Exactly. This is what I'm saying, Armani. The problem lies with our mindset. And see, I'm not overtrade. You will be laughing on the guy the first month by saying, oh, come on, you're just making 400 pounds, 400 pips. Stupid guy. I make 600 pips. I'm going to make 600 pips in a week. The other person will be laughing at you. So do not be disappointed. Do not be disappointed. Instead, you say to him, look, I'm making those 400 pips, but these are quality trading. These are quality trading. The fun, the success is not that you consume and you take out 6,000 pips out of the market every week or month. The fun is that you make consistently any number of pips, but quality pips. Make sense, guys? Quality pips, by saying what I mean is quality trading, guys. Quality tradings, high probability tradings, non-risky tradings. Do not keep on entering into the market again and again. A trade with high risk and reward, guys. If there is a trade technically sound, fundamentally sound, you know where it is going. But the problem is, if the risk reward is not there, we do not take those trade, guys. Risk and reward is not there, we do not take those trade. A trade without a good risk and reward is a gambling, guys. Is a gambling. Understand? Say yes to me. Say yes to me if understand, guys. Say yes, please. So how many of you have earned £8,400 in the period of 6 months by investing £500, guys? Can you tell me? I have given you a formula, guys, here, 400 pips, and see what you can do with this 400 pips. Make sense? Agree with me, guys. If you agree with me, say yes to me, please. Confirm, please. Thank you. Yes, I'm not suggesting you, I'm advising you. If you want to learn during the course of your learning, right? I'm advising you to focus on 400 pips a month. Let me tell you something. Whilst you are training and learning, whilst you're practicing on demo accounts, for instance, when you keep on entering and you have a losing trade, your confidence is gone, and you'll blame on the education, and you'll say, I'm going back to and see the lecture again. But the problem is not with your understanding of that fundamental or technical aspect. The problem is with your approach towards the market. And no matter how good I train you, no matter how good Quins and Ryan trains you, if you're not focusing with the right approach into the market, and then you'll have losses. And with the losses, you lose the confidence not only in yourself, but also in your mentors. Make sense, guys? Say yes to me if you understand. Come on, guys, say yes to me. So that is what I'm suggesting. But then another problem arises now. Another problem. What is the problem? Guess what is the problem? Another problem arises from this. The next question arises, which is this. I can master myself trading with £1 a pip. I need to keep my mind in control whilst I'm trading, right? Yeah, psychological. Now see this. I have mastered myself whilst trading £1 a pip. So if I am in negative 50 pips, guys, what is the loss? What is the lost value that I'll see on the screen in money? 50 pounds or dollars, right? Exactly. But the problem is, if I'm trading with £5 a pip, and when I am negative 50 pips, what is the loss value I'll see on my account? What is the loss value in the money? 250. So maybe when I see 250 pounds, it psychologically disturbs me again, right? And the fear comes into my mind. Remember, you have to protect your mind from fear and greed. Understand? Now, greed, I've already told you how to control the greed by trading 50 pips, 100 pips a week, right, guys? But the problem with the fear, now the problem is, the more I increase the volume, right, and I am in the negative, when I see the negative equity, right, it can affect my mindset, right, by inducing the fear. Say yes if you agree with me. Say yes. Say yes if you agree with me, right? Now I'm going to give you the formula for this, guys. Absolutely. My brother invented, when I was trading, what was happening? I was making consistently 100 pips a week, 400 a month. But then he was keep on saying to me, increase your volume, 1 lot, 2 lots, 3 lots. And I was saying to him, look, I do not have the strength, because when I'm trading with higher volumes, right, and when I see the negative equity, it disturbs me psychologically. I couldn't even sleep at night while trade open, having the thought in my mind that I'm 2,400 pips in negative. Makes sense? And I was having arguments with him, fights with him. He's not a trader, he's a lawyer. But he was, obviously everybody wants to make more money. He said, you can always make 400 pips out of the market. Come on, increase your volume. I said, okay, I can increase the volume. But the problem is, when I see those losses, it just kills my psychological, it just kills me psychologically. My focus just go diverted. It induces fears in me, right? And you cannot trade with fear or grief. Make sense, guys? Greed. Make sense? Say yes to me if you understand.
Yes.
Okay, don't say, just write yes, please. No disturbance. Great. Let me drink some water, please. So far, do you guys understand what I said so far? I am coming to the last part of my webinar, guys. How to reduce the fear. We have already discussed how to control the greed by making 100 pips a week, 400 a month, right, guys? Greed is gone. Over trading is gone. trading on less high probability setups is gone, right? But the problem is now how to reduce the fear, because I'm increasing the volume, and increasing the volume means I will be looking at higher negative equity when the trade is in negative. Then obviously it will disturb my psychological mindset whilst trading. Makes sense, guys? I will not be able to sleep. I will not be able to enjoy while I go with my family outside eating. Then the thought will be in my mind that my account is in negative equity, right? A huge amount that I'm not used to, because remember, I was trading on £1 and I was trained with 150 pounds pips. I'm in negative. My account equity will be just 50. The number is, I'm used to that number, but I'm not used to 2,500 drawdown. Exactly. You understand the fear? I'm going to address this in a second. I'm going to give you something which I personally use in my trading, guys, which my brother had blessed me by suggesting me. And trust me, I've been extremely successful. Orthodox. This is something orthodox. Normally, no trader would do something like this. Say yes if you understand and enjoying this webinar, guys. I'm giving you a formula today, guys. Trust me, follow this whilst you're learning. Follow this in your practical journey when you're hitting the live accounts. And trust me, guys, I'm saying again, you can increase your portfolio in a speed that no other person can. No other person can. You cannot even do this, right? Produce this. You need to produce this. It's not easy to produce this for you guys. At this stage, guys, the problem is not with your technical analysis and understanding, fundamental analysis, your mentor's training. You're looking, I need another mentor. He trains me. He's making big numbers. He trains me. Bullshit, guys. Come on. Bullshit. Truly bullshit. The problem is with your mind, and no mentor on earth can train your mind, guys. It is you who has to train your mind, because remember, you cannot take your mind out of yourself and give it to the mentor to train it. Makes sense? That's just not possible, right? Say yes if you understand. Okay, great. Let me drink some water, and I'm going to discuss how to reduce the fear. I'm giving you a strategy now. Give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute. Who's this actually? I can hear some voices actually. Who is this? I can't see you. I'm trying to mute all of you guys, but I just couldn't see it. I don't know what language is this. Okay, let's see. Okay, anyways, guys. So the last point is this. Now, what you need to do is, this is what exactly I do, guys. I'm going to show you. I have practiced myself over the years by trading £1 a pip on an account of £500. On an account of £500, when I have a capital of 500, I can trade with £1 a pip. That is how I can trade, guys. And I have mastered myself. I have practiced enough to take out 400 pips every week out of the market. I can do this without fear. I'm psychologically used to see negative equity whilst trading £1 a pip, right? So I don't mind if I'm in £50 negative and seeing £50 negative equity, because I'm trained psychologically with it. So let's say if you're trading this, guys, open up your one account master account, guys. Master account, guys. This is your master account you're trading with. 500 pips pound capital. But when you have made another 500 pounds and your capital is £1,000, guys, what do you need to do? Open up another account with the same broker. All you need is two accounts, guys. Slave account. And what do? You made another 500 pounds, right, guys? Your capital was 500. You made another 500 whilst trading £1 a pip. Now the balance is on 1,000 pounds, right? You take that 500 and you put that 500 in the slave account. You understand, guys, what I'm saying? In the slave account, you put that in the slave account. Use a trade copier. Use a trade copier to connect these accounts. Use a trade copier to connect these accounts, guys. So when the accounts are connected, what happens? When the account is connected, if you open a trade here, it replicates on the slave account, right, guys? Remember, you are just trading with £1 a pip. I have made £1,000. I will come to this, Brendan. Please, I will come to this. Meeting is full, guys. I think people's trying to enter. Nobody can enter now. I will come to this. Listen out. Listen to me, please. Listen what I'm saying. I will give you the copy in a sec. Learn what I'm saying first. Understand what I'm saying first. Remember, with £500, I commenced my trading, and I'm trading £1 a pip, £400 pips a week. So I've made, let's say, £500 altogether. Then I wanted to increase my equity because remember, I increase my equity every after 500 pips, for instance, £500. Guys, right? I'm giving you example. You need to select. You need to decide by yourself how you guys do it. This is how I've done it, and increase my portfolio from $10,000 to couple of $100,000, and that's how you do it. Guys, this is how I increase my equity. This is how I increase every £500 I increased a pip, right? You understand? Now, guys, we are full right now. We are full. We have 51 people in this webinar right now, and nobody can enter after 51. That's a maximum limit. We are on the maximum limit right now. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me. Focus what I'm saying. I've made another £500. I'm trading what? I'm trading with what, guys? Now you need to put this. Trade £1. Set your copier with £1 per pip, guys. But remember, you are just trading your master account with £1 a pip, right? 400 pips a month, and that is your target because you're trained with £1 a pip, right, guys? And slave account is connected through a trade copier, which you don't even need to see. All you need to see is your slave account at the end of the day, and that's all you need. Understand what I'm saying, guys? You don't even have to open your slave account. Understand what I'm saying? If it is connected, yes? Just trading £1 a pip, guys, right? Let's say if you made 400 pips, £400 here, 400 pounds, for instance, you made £400. So what happens on the slave account, guys? It will also have £400, right, guys? So you have increased your trading volume while still trading the same amount of money and pips you were trained on. Makes sense? And then what? Equity increases to 1,000, guys. And add another £500 on your slave account. So move the profit from here. Anything above 500 in the slave account, and when it reaches the total profit, the total capital reaches at 100, guys, 100, right? Thousands, right? You increase the volume only on the slave account, guys. You understand what I'm saying? Tell me if you understand. Now I'm trading with £3 a pip. Remember, I've got £2 a pip here, £1 a pip on my master account. You will never increase amount of money you're trading on the master account, guys. Always keep on increasing on the slave account. Next, when you make another 500 pips, add that 500 on the slave account, 1,500, and start increase your volume to £3 a pip. Again, your master account that you was trading with will be the same, £1 a pip, 400 pips a week is your target. And trust me, because you are trained on this, does not affect and brings fear, because whenever your account is in negative equity, trust me, you will always be looking at £1 a pip sort of negative equity. Let's say £15, negative 15 pips, negative means £50. Makes sense, guys? Because you will not be looking at your slave account. Makes sense?
And all you need to do is to look on your slave account at the end of the day. So it will help you to reduce the fear. I'm not saying it will just reduce the fear entirely straight away. Yes, you will have back of your mind that there is another account connected, right? But because you're so much trained whilst on that £1 a pip, and that is what you're looking at, it will to a larger extent help you to reduce the fear whilst trading. Say yes if you understand what I'm saying, guys. All you need is two accounts connected with each other, and that's all you need. And you need to check your slave account at the end of the day, and that's all. Whenever you make another £500, you just move that 500 into the slave account and increase £1 there. Makes sense, guys? But remember, on the master account, you'll never increase anything. So this is the strategy that I came upon. My brother came up with for me to reduce that fear. What I was always used to say to him, look, I can't increase this because I can't see the negative equity to a larger extent. And he said, look, open up two accounts, right? You don't have to see the slave account. It is he who will look after the slave account. All you need to do is to keep on trading the same account which you've been trading with £1 a pip. Makes sense, guys? Makes sense, guys, what I said. Tell me you understand what I'm trying to convey the message here. How to reduce the fear now. First, I had addressed how to control the greed. Trust me, now you can increase any volume here. Any volume here. Trade with big lots and big numbers, guys. Trade with big lots and big numbers without fear, because whilst you will be trading, you will be looking on your master account only. Say yes if you understand. Say yes. And then the greed, because you just have to make that 100 pips only, and you are definitively sure that you can secure 100 pips out of the market without fear, without any hesitation. No matter how bad, worse condition the market is, no matter you begin with the loss, you can still secure that 100 pips. You will not be concerned at all. There will never be fear or greed in your trading. Makes sense, guys? And at the same time, you can increase your portfolio at the huge speed. Now, a lot of people say Sean Lee of AstroFX trade 50 lots because he can see 50 lots. He can trade with 50 lots at times, and a lot of people say, wow, this guy trades with 50 lots, right? Oh my God. But come on, all of you guys can trade that 50 lots. All you need to do is increase the equity on the slave account, increase the volume on the slave account, subject to your equity, guys. You will just trade this capital account, which is again £1 a pip. 400 pounds of paper. That's what you need. But remember, to be successful on this exercise, you need to be master on securing 100 pips a week with the low drawdown, and that's all you needed. Quality 100 pips out of the market. Makes sense? Do not enter trades on minor support and resistance levels. Do not enter counter trend trades. Enter trades with good risk and reward, guys, because at the end of the day, 100 pips is nothing, right? And then again, the question, how can I increase my portfolio quickly? I have given you a solution. You can increase any volume on this, right? Again, if you increase the volume, the question arises, I will be in a huge fear whilst looking at that huge equity in negative. I've given you a solution, right? You don't even have to see the slave account, right? You don't even have to see the slave account. All you need to focus on your master account, on which you have been trained. Trained with what? Trading £1 a pip on a capital of 500. So what I did when I was trading, I had mastered myself with 500 pounds of balance, trading £1 a pip, and I had mastered myself to a certain extent that I will be trading on, even I'm trading on bed, I can secure 100 pips out of the market, even no matter how bad I take a start. I was so certain, and I was chilling. I was like, I can make 100 pips. That's not a problem. But then the question arises, increase your volume. My brother was saying, increase your volume. And I was like, I'm not going to increase the volume. It disturbs me. Psychologically, it kills me at times. And then we came up with this strategy, guys. And to date, my business accounts are connected with my master account, personal account in United Kingdom. And trust me, on my business account, guys, we sometimes open 25 lots at times, which I never see. 25 lots at times you open, guys. I am not a trader who can trade with 25 lots. I can see the negative equity. Trust me, I will have a heart attack. Trust me, I will have a heart attack to see that sort of negative equity. But what's happening? I'm not even looking at them at all. I'm focusing on my master account here. Understand, guys? Say 100%. Then I'm going to suggest you a trade copier. Now, guys, there are a lot of trade copiers in the market. I have tried all of them whilst I was trading. But remember, all of them will eventually provide slippage order will not execute at times. You will have those problems when your equity arises. When your equity rises, you will have these sort of issues. So remember, if you're trading big money, guys, like I am trading, what I'm suggesting is customize, have your trade copy developed by any software house, and that's what I did eventually. Make sense, guys? Make sense what I said? If you're trading higher volumes, guys, understand. But if you're not trading higher volumes yet, for instance, you're trading up to $10,000, for instance, maximum. I'm suggesting you a trade copier, very reliable trade copier, guys. You can use it. It is a sort of indicator which you can download on your MT4, guys, on those two accounts, and that's all you need. One will be a master account, one will be a slave account. I leave it to you guys. Go look on that trade copier if you want to use and utilize this. But remember, before you start using the trade copier and utilizing this, you need, the first objective is you need to master yourself that you can make 100 pips out of the market every week. And that's all I say to my students. I say this: show me you can make 100 pips out of the market, and trust me, when they show me that they had made 300 pips a week, I'm not impressed from them. I say it's not a big deal. You did no good to yourself because you overtraded. You might have taken trades which are sort of risky. My objective is, your objective has to be master yourself by making 100 pips a week, and that's all you needed to be a millionaire. Makes sense? Say yes to me if you understand. Let me show you the trade copier. Can you guys see my screens, guys? Please say yes. This is the website. It is AutoFX Pro, guys. Just I'll send you the link on the thing, in the chat. In the chat, I'll send you the link, guys. If you go in products, guys, the rest of the products are shit. Don't use them, guys. They're not trustworthy. Their EAs are not trustworthy. Nothing is trustworthy. EAs never works. But one thing works on this. Trade copier, guys, there are two kinds of trade copier: local trade copier and remote trade copier. I'm not selling it, guys. I'm not an agent for them. I'm just giving it to you, a reliable trade copier that you can use, which I have used for a limited period of time, guys, and that is it. Do not take me wrong. Local trade copier, remote trade copier here, guys. Local trade copier that I had used, guys. For the local trade copier, you need to have a laptop where you can download to MT4, and then you can have your both accounts actively on, and then you need to download this and let that laptop open at all times, and that's all you need. So it is pretty cheap. I think it is very cheap, guys. $79. It's a license. You can connect two accounts. All you need to connect is just two accounts, guys. You can connect up to 10 accounts. But remember, I've never purchased this. I had always license it on a rent, which is £19 a month, and that's all I did. You understand, guys? Can you see? And I had connected two accounts only: master account, which I was trading, and my slave account, on which I was increasing the equity. Make sense, guys? Say yes if you understand. Say yes to me. Say yes if you understand, guys. So you can try this. It works. It works effectively. Execution is pretty good, but remember, I would not suggest you to trade with more than £15,000 using this trade copier. You might have situations when trade is not being executed and you think it has been executed, and eventually you will regret. Therefore, my advice is, if you're really planning on this journey the way I'm suggesting you guys, which is very profitable way, I've made profits and I'm suggesting you this, controlling your mindset, then when you're trading higher money, for instance 15,000 above, you can spend $2,000 and have your person customized trade copy developed by any institution, guys. Consider it as an investment. So guys, coming back to the, I'm not suggesting Austin at anything in this webinar. Coming back to the end of this webinar, guys, when you are training, when you're learning from your mentors, and then you're executing and practicing on demo accounts. But the problem is, when you overtrade and have losing trades, then it loses your faith in yourself and in your mentors, guys. It is not their problem. It is not the failure of your technical analysis or fundamental analysis. It is the failure of your mental approach towards the market. And that is why, and remember, market, you cannot beat the market. Be target oriented, guys. This is how you have to be. 100 pips, 20 pips a day. I do not suggest 20 pips a day, guys, because let me tell you why I'm saying this. There will be days when market doesn't even move. So you don't even have to be like, oh, today I have to make 20 pips. No, consider it like weekly based target, guys. Train yourself for not trading a day while just looking at the market. Train yourself. This is the most difficult thing to do, looking on the charts all day and then not executing the trade. Trust me, the most difficult thing to do. Train yourself. The objective is 100 pips a month, a week, 400 pips a month, guys. Use this calculated strategy, guys. This is how it has to be, because remember, this is a business, guys. You're doing the business here. It looks like business now. It is a business. It is not a video game you're playing, entering, exiting without objective, without reasoning. Makes sense? On high probabilities. Makes sense? So if you guys understand what I've said, say yes to me, guys, before I'm going to conclude this webinar. Say yes. Trust me, approach. All of you are not making consistent money. You're not making £8,400 within 6 months. The problem lies with you guys, right? With your mindset and with your mental approach. It is not the failure of your technical analysis. So do not think of yourself, I don't have the confidence on technical analysis. No, it is the failure of your mental approach towards the market. And do not be impressed by a person who makes 6,000 pips a day. Because remember, if he's making more pips, he is taking risk, and taking risk is just wrong. It's just advisable. He's opening trades which are less high probability setups regardless of his results, guys. Do not take your money on risk, high earned money. Makes sense what I'm saying? Say yes to me if you understand. Say yes, please. Okay, guys, I would like to end this webinar on this, and I hope you have enjoyed this webinar. And I would like to see your feedback. So I'm going to load the recording of this webinar also, guys, so that you guys can see it again. If you really think that what I've said is something of importance, and trust me, what I said is of importance. Trust me, this is the most important webinar out of my 5 webinars so far that I've given to on the FIP company. So this, what I've said today, this has to be the thing that you should watch first before even start watching my first webinar, which is of support and resistance, my second webinar of candlestick analysis, my third webinar of supply and demand divergence. Even before you begin trading, you need to watch this webinar, because your mindset has to be Forex as a business before even you commence training, guys. Because you can't, if you're training with Forex as gambling, then trust me, you will be destroyed, and trust me, you will be destroyed. Okay, guys, thank you very much. I'm going to leave a small post in the let me leave this here, guys, and please leave your remarks here. Okay, guys, take care of yourself and have a good night, guys.